everybody. This is going to be full moon reading for Gemini. If your sun sign is in Gemini, or if your rising sign or ascendant sign is in Gemini, this is for the full moon that's coming up soon. The card that I pulled is DNA Karma. It's very interesting because now I didn't see this at first, but now that I look at it, I'm sure this imagery has been pounded into your head over the past year and a half or so. However, this has nothing to do with any of that. This symbol is actually more closely related to the symbol that you see with the Western medical field. So you see the two snakes like winding around, I don't even know what it is, like a shield, or I can't remember. I don't really follow that particular field of healing, but the message that I'm getting for Gemini is that this full moon wants you to focus on genetic healing. So this card says DNA, but it also says karma. So what I'm getting from that is that you've accumulated, so karma can be good or bad. It's not always, it's definitely not the B word. I know some people say that, but it's only because you are reaping what you've sown, and what you've sown is probably something negative. So you're having a negative experience based on actions that you've taken at some previous point in your life, or maybe in a past life, or maybe even your ancestors, because that's where the DNA comes in. So we all have genetic memory. And so sometimes what we experience is so strong that it literally, the energy attaches to your soul. And so even though you might have transitioned and have reincarnated into a new body, or maybe even a family member has transitioned, and since they've transitioned, you've come into a new body, it's still because you're genetically tied to that soul group that is your family. Any of you, depending on how strong that energy is, can have experiences based on that attachment, if that makes sense. So I feel like this full moon message for you is to really be aware of the karma that you and your family have accumulated, whether positive or negative. If you are finding that, because I know, like, we all know people where you see things happen in their life and you're like, you don't seem like you're a bad person, but it seems like bad things tend to happen to you a lot. And it's not random. It's definitely that genetic karma coming back around for you. So, like, it has to be resolved and it has to be balanced. And a common concept that people might be more familiar with is a karmic relationship. So a karmic relationship is a perfect example of you having a connection with somebody in a prior lifetime, and it was very negative. And so now that you've transitioned and you both have come into these new bodies, you might not remember consciously of that negative relationship, But the way that things play out in your relationship currently, it's like you feel this strong attraction to them that's undeniable, but there's not a whole lot of positivity that comes out of it. And not only that, it's very those tend to be those very like fire and ice relationships where like when it's good it's great, when it's bad it really really sucks. So but the purpose of those karmic relationships, just like the purpose of any resolution of karma, any experiences that you have that encourage you to resolve that karma, um, it's an opportunity for you to cleanse that and to heal that, whatever it was. And a lot of times it doesn't even matter like what the specifics were. Um, it's more so has to do with healing and being able to move forward without having that karmic attachment to your energy. So you want to release it. You want to heal it and you want to release it. So I feel like this card is telling those of you whose sun sign is in Gemini, whose rising sign is in Gemini, to identify those karmic experiences in your life, um, particularly the ones that are genetic, that may involve your family, that may involve definitely involve your past and past lives. Um, Identify those experiences so that you can heal from them and release them. It's very important in order for you to move forward and continue to be the best person that you are, and always be working towards that. So um, I do actually offer past life readings if you're ever interested. Definitely on my website. My link is in my bio. And if you generally want to know more about karmic relationships and experiences or past lives and like how soul families or anything like that, definitely DM me and let me know, and I can do a special video just for that. But it's definitely going to be by request only, because we're all on different we're all in different places in our journey. So I want to do my best as a teacher to make sure that everybody is getting the information that they need, despite where you are in your journey. So that's why I do so many different types of recordings, or readings, because I want to be able to provide something for everybody. So I hope that helps. Again, here, let me show you this card. And also, one more thing that I heard just now. You might have been feeling the urge to study more about genetics and DNA. For me, I love science, and I think genetics are really, really, really fascinating. Once you learn about the probabilities of you having like a pinky finger that's a little bit bent versus a pinky finger that's straight, or the likelihood that you're gonna have blue eyes even though nobody in your family has had blue eyes as far back as anybody can remember. Or it gets a lot deeper than that, especially when you get into DNA chains, how the DNA and the RNA work together to transcribe your genes, and your chromosomes, how important your chromosomes are if you have unhealthy chromosomes, it can lead to all types of like defects and things. So it's for me, it's really, really fascinating. So if your sun sign is in Gemini or your rising sign is in Gemini and you've been feeling the urge to learn more about that kind of thing, definitely, this is definitely a sign to do that. And again, if you want me to talk more about that, DM me and let me know. So hope that's helpful. Have a great day.